Hello everybody, this is Refresh, and I am here to do Premier Draft for Tarkir Dragonstorm. I've done dragon decks for the last 2 or 3 drafts, and they have gone really poorly for me, so I'm hoping that I can get into something a little bit more my speed, which may be aggro, but here we are. We have 1,500 gems. Obviously, we're running low on gems here, and so I'm hoping we can win a little bit more to get and recover some of my gems and be able to play a little bit more for free. We haven't had to buy any gems since, I don't know, like years ago, so if I have to end up buying gems, it's not the worst thing in the world, because it's been a minute since I've had to do so. I've been able to slide along for quite a bit without having to, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I do note that maybe dragons and decks like it, which are like high power, dirtily slow, high value, are not always my strongest suit. So I acknowledge that may be a weakness of mine. I'm definitely probably more of an aggro player at heart, and maybe that is the way that I should try to lean towards if I want to win more. But I also kind of want to see what all these other archetypes are up to, so maybe that is perhaps the way that I should go here. For example, the Seed Prowler, strong card. It's a 5/5, can get something really strong. Fresh Start is a good removal spell, and Dragon's Play is a good removal spell. So I have some removal spell options here. I have the Seed Prowler as a top end as an option. Maybe I'm going to take Dragon's Prey as a removal spell. So here's the thing. Like, I want to try to keep my options open. This means that on double green, I'm really going to play this. It's not the most amazing card in the world. Blue limits me to just the Dragon-y type decks, or maybe Teamer decks or stuff like that. Whereas dragons, well, I guess blue could put me into a what do you call it? A Jeskai deck. Well, okay, look, I'm gonna try this. It's 2 mana. It's cheaper than this, and it can remove abilities, and so that's pretty good. I think I'm gonna start there and see where we go from here. Battlefront is not what we're into. I like the Kirin. I also like the Kisha Trawlers if I want to stay in color here. Jeskai Devotee is not bad at 2 if I want to be a little bit more aggressive, like a blue-white aggressive deck, or a blue-red aggressive deck. But I think the Kirin is a pretty good second pick. I can also take the Kisha Trawlers and maybe look out for some kind of I think the Trawlers might be better as a second pick following a blue card, because it gives me more options on the future, and I don't think anything here is like, oh my gosh, this is what I absolutely have to take. So we'll start with the second blue card. Keep my eye out for some good removal spells here. Breaching Dragonstorm puts me back into dragons, but it is a fun card. Breaching's better than corroding, that's for sure. Focus of Mind is one way for me to just stay in blue, but I don't know that that's like what I absolutely have to do. We'll take the Dragonstorm here. Yeah, we'll take the Dragonstorm. And see, keep my options open here. I like the Equilibrium Adept as a follow-up for that. Narset's Rebuke is also pretty good. This puts me into some kind of Jeskai form. And I like the Adept. I think that's a good card advantage. Don't know that anything else here, outside of that, Narset's Rebuke and Windscreen the Crag are probably the only 2 choices. All right, maybe I'm a bit more into something aggressive, so like a red-blue or like Jeskai deck. In which case, the Furious Forebear is a little bit more my speed than anything else. The Salt Road Pack Beast could also be good, but we'll start with Forebear here. I guess the highest upside in this particular form, and there, Jeskai Devotee is probably the way to go here. It's cheap, it helps fix my colors on the low end, and it also, gives me, it itself can hit relatively hard as long as I can cast a couple spells at once. So I do want to keep my eyes out for cheap spells like Wild Ride that I can just use to fire off if I need to. Not the idealist thing, obviously, Wild Ride, but I don't want to, I kind of want to see which way I'm going. So we'll start with the Devotee here. And then here, Auspicious Exile, not the best removal spell, but, I want to stay in color. And Summit Intruder's not doing it. Dismal Backwater could be a pick, because, I could end up either Jeskai or Mardu, but I think I'm just going to take the removal spell that's right here. What does this do? Whenever you attack, this is good too, but I feel like I should just stick with the colors that I have. especially since, you know, these aren't like the most exciting cards. So I could go anyway from here. I'll take the Mystic Monastery here. It's a great fixing. I'm passing a Narcissus Rebuke, which I do like, but I kind of want to just make sure that I can play my cards, and this is definitely one of the better fixers that are out there. Obviously, Breaching Dragonstorm may not make the cut here because I don't think dragons are what I'm doing with this particular deck. So we're going to put this in the board for now, but, you know, maybe if I end up in some kind of weird Jeskai Dragons deck, then I'll bring it back out. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay, Master Toe's Jaw is taking their sweet time. So let's see how. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is leaning me towards some kind of aggressive deck because of all the low drops here, and I could just splash one of these or both of these if I need to with a Mystic Monastery and maybe some other splash cards. So there's a lot of options for me to go into here. I could go into double blue, double red. I don't like the Meticulous Artisan at 4. I kind of want to stay on the low end. So I could take the Wingspan Stride, or I could take the Humbling Elder. I guess I'll take the Elder. I can also take this and try to ramp. But I feel like this is just so weak. I'd rather take this and surprise play some effects. So Humbling Elder it is. I don't love this card though. So I'm hopefully not going to have to play it. I can find something better to do with my mana than the Humbling Elder. Like, I'm either splashing red or I'm splashing white. Or blue, I don't know. It could go anyway. Here, you know, none of these are in color, so I'm just going to take the one card in color. These are okay, but not amazing, so maybe I'll play the Ringing Strike Mastery, but I don't know that I will. Seize Opportunity can be okay, so we'll take that too. Like, I'm hoping not to play this card, or this card. But, you know, sometimes this gets you that win at the end, sometimes it draws you cards, so there's options there. Of these, I'm probably more likely to play a black card in switching to Mardu should the right cards come up. So take that. And then we'll take the Intimidator. I mean, this is okay as far as Mardu cards go. So I could also take. I'm probably not going to play the Intimidator. So let's play the Tactician. We'll play. I don't think we'll play Wild Ride, but we're going to take it. Okay, here we go. We are looking at Felithar. Nah, I'm not going to go to Felithar. There's too many colors off of what I'm doing right now. Breaching Dragonstorm, again, not taking that. I can take a Twin Bolt, which is not amazing in my colors, to get the Dragon. Way to tap a thing and eventually get a dragon. I'm not, like, keen on the dragons, but maybe that's the right pick for me here. I can also take the Teamer. I can also switch to Teamer, is the other option here, because I only have 2 white cards. So maybe I take a second Breaching Dragonstorm. Alright, I'm gonna hedge here a little bit because there's nothing amazing in the colors that I'm trying to do. So we'll take a second Breaching Dragonstorm, and then now we're hedging. We can go either towards Teamer or we can go towards. We're gonna take the Riverwalk technique here. Yeah, so we can go either towards Teamer or we can go towards Jeskai. I kind of want to lean towards the cards that are good in both. So red and blue are my main picks here. Like, I'm going to pass this Auspicious Exhale. Not the best card anyways. So Riverwalk technique is reasonable in both decks. I could also take the Underfoot Underdogs, but I feel like that has a reasonable likelihood of coming back. And 3 mana is not where I want to, like, stack my cards. This is also a good Teamer card. I could take this Jeskai guy. He's a reasonable smasher if I need it. Dispelling Exile is pretty good too. So I could go this. I think the Dragon Hunt is good. Probably over the Dispelling Exile, although Dispelling Exile is kind of important for a lot of decks. So I'm not sure which of these I should be taking. We'll take this if it comes back around, I guess. Yeah, we'll take the Dragon Hunt. Seems good. I can use it twice. Rennie's Rebuff is okay. What else am I taking though, right? Riverwalk technique. The King Guard is good if I'm going aggro. Yeah, I guess I can King Guard. Probably better than Rennie's Rebuff for me. Just because it can make a couple bodies. Yeah, now I'm like, oh, am I going back to aggro? Maybe. King Guard versus rebuff. Let's start with King Guard. I think having low drops that do things is kind of important for my deck. This is good. Fleeting Effigy could also be good. This Swift Rudder Cliff could be good. But I think Wingblade Disciple is too strong in terms of the go wide strategy, so I definitely want to take that. And yeah, I think currently I'm definitely more on the aggro plan. I got the Breaching Dragonstorm, but that was again a weak pack for what I was trying to do. And then here, I like the Kisha Trawlers. Narset's Rebuke, if it wasn't for Kisha Trawlers, how many instants and sorceries do I have? Oh, good amount. So I have things that I could get back. It's not the most amazing, but, you know, I get that back. Dragon Claw Strike, not as cool. Dawnbreaker's not just okay. Coordinate Move is just okay, so I think we're going to take the Trawlers here. Get a little bit of card advantage on a body. And here, I guess we're going to take the Bivouac. I guess I'm going to take Coordinate Maneuver. If I'm going to be aggressive, that's a reasonable card over the Bivouac. I'm like not trying to be the slowest deck in the world. See, this came back. So I think that we're in the right lane here in terms of what we're trying to do. Twin Bolt is a reasonable play after that. I could also take the Storm Streak Feral. But I think Twin Bolt, it's not amazing, but I think it does what I needed to do over the Feral here. And then the Underdogs came back, so yeah, I'm building an aggro deck. Take another Twin Bolt or a Coordinated Maneuver. I think I'll take the Maneuver over the second Twin Bolt. Or no, I'll take another Brushmaster. Okay, so we're doing this, and we want to make sure we have enough spells to trigger it. We could take the second technique or the first Leopard. Instance sorcery creatures. I think I actually want the Leopard here, just to make sure I have enough things pounding the ground, and I don't want to get too thick on 4s. I don't want to play this High Spiral Bellringer, but who knows? It might make the cut because I just need cards. Probably not. I'm probably not playing this card. But it's possible, like, you know, if I can just get a lot of second spells, then maybe it'll make the cut. Oh, the Feral came back anyways. I can possibly see myself playing that. Alright, it comes in as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. That's good. But I think Frontline Rush is a lot more of what we're trying to do here. If we're truly an aggro deck, then that's kind of where we want to go. And we do want a lot of spells, I think, because of the double Kishlot Trawlers here, as well as the Jedi Brushmasters. So I think that that's a good pick here. Yeah, the Fleshcrafter would be good otherwise, and I think in another world, if I weren't trying to be faster, then the Fleshcrafter would be good. Rebuke would be good. If these come back around, I'd be happy. I'd be happy to take the Tranquil Cove as well. We'll start with a Frontline Rush here. And then Zergo, I don't want to splash for that. I need to be a little bit more lithe. Mardu Devotee is pretty good on 1. I think that's probably the way to go here. It's certainly better than the Aegis Sculptor. This Dragon would be okay. The Narset would be okay. But yeah, I think just making sure I have enough stuff to do early and stuff that can play right after is really good. The Devotee is that one. We're going to cut the Ringing Strike Mastery here. And here we can take Ostrich. We're going to take Dispelling Exhale. Actually, Shock Brigade seems pretty good. It does get a lot of bodies on the ground and swinging. I don't want to play the black card. So it's either that or the Dispelling Exhale. I think maybe the Dispelling Exhale might be good to deal with the big creatures' threats, right? Or do I just need the massive 2-drops? I think I need the massive 2-drops more than the Dispelling Exhale. Because I just want to get aggressive and get smashing, right? I think that's right. I don't know for certain. Like, you know, let me know if that's the wrong play here, but I feel like that's the way I'm supposed to be going here. So I'm going to not play the Humbling Elder if I can avoid it. I don't know if I'm going to play the Wild Ride, but I'm going to keep it for now. We have things to play. Do I want the Wayspeaker Bodyguard? That does get me a card back. I can also take the Swift Water Cliffs and just, like, really hone my mana down. I think the Cliffs, because I'm playing 3 cards, and I also have all these Brushmasters, maybe the Bodyguard's not the best pick for me here. Although it's a reasonable pick. I'm not saying it's a bad pick. But just the Swiftwater Cliffs means that I got 2 of my colors locked down. It's a little better than Bivouac for me because I'm not playing green at all. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the Wayspeaker Bodyguard is the correct pick, but I feel like I have enough on 4. I kind of want to just make sure I'm getting the bottom end sorted through. Okay. Now we have, like, I'm not playing the Reigning Victor, right? Probably not. So I can play the Battle Priest or Bivouac. Do I even want this at 5? I don't think I do. It's just so slow. I can take a Bivouac for fixing. Probably. It's not ideal, but I'll take it. Yeah, Fleeting Effigy is a nice aggressive card. I also could take the Windscarred Crag or the Bearer of Glory. Ooh, I think Bearer of Glory might be better than Fleeting Effigy for me, although Effigy's pretty good. It could go either way. I'm not sure which one my deck wants a little bit more. I think that this as a mass pump is probably more important for my deck than Fleeting Effigy's second spell ability. I also like the Windscarred Crag, but I think the Bearer of Glory's got to do it here. And the Poised Practitioner is a decent 3. Better than the high Spellbringer. Not an amazing card. It might get cut. New Way Forward. You know what? I think I take one of these. That's just like a cheesy blow up your opponent's face card. Yeah, I'm not going to take the Mistrized Village or another Poised Practitioner or an Agent of Coil. So yeah, New Way Forward. Let's try that as my surprise trick. And here, I guess I'll take the Narcissus Rebuke. I'm not likely to play it, but you know, it's possible. Tempest Hawk. I mean, I kind of want just these for the sake of getting them, but yeah, the Rebuke is probably the correct pick here. And then, do I want another Narcissus Rebuke? Probably not. I'll take the Evolving Wilds. I could take the Age Sculptor, but again, I'm like trying to be fast. So, probably not. Probably not. I'll probably take the Wilds here. Here, Auspicious Exhale as a removal spell, probably over the Iridescent Tiger. Again, I don't really want a lot of 5s here. If I can cut some of these, I'm probably going to. So, and this is really slow at 4 mana. So yeah, we'll take the second Exhale. Starkins, I'm not going to play any of these, right? This is too slow. I guess this, I'm probably not going to play it though. And then another Seize Opportunity, not playing that. And Summon Intimidator, yeah, this could make the cut. I don't think it will. I mean, I've got a lot of cards, and my deck is going to be slow and low. That's the tempo. So we are definitely playing the Jeskai game here. We need to cut a bunch of cards, but one of them is going to be a land. I'm going to try to get my curve down a little bit lower if I can. And to that end, probably going to cut the Intimidator. I think I cut the Rebuke. It's just, getting to 5 mana is hard. I don't want to be at 5 if I can avoid it. The only reason that the Feral comes in is because it does have that haste ability. And I can, you know, dump lands if I get lands, so that's not bad. How many spells do I have? 8. I have 10 spells, so I gotta make a few cuts here. Wild Ride probably gets cut. The sorcery factor is less desirable. Let's see. I think the Coordinating Maneuvers, the Exiles are fine. Fortress Freebearer is fine. King Guard can get aggressive. Bellringer probably gets cut here. It's too slow. It doesn't do enough damage. And the second spell each turn, like, I'm not that hard of a Jeskai deck. Like, I have a few effects here and there, but it's not doing a lot for my deck here, so we'll cut that. And then Shock Brigade, Jeskai Devotee. Let's see. Poised Practitioner. Rescue Leopard hits harder than the Practitioner. Kisha Trawler is just is good. That gets me stuff back for second place. Underdogs. This might be too slow, but it does let me smash in. And it can actually let the Brushmaster smash in for a lot of damage, so there's some stuff here. Let's see. Frontline Rush good. Dragon Twin Bolt maybe gets cut. Shock Brigade is nice and aggressive. The Devotee Fresh Start is okay. Removal. Swinger, Attacker. We need cards like these to get through. So Poised Practitioner is on the chopping block. Like, it's a little slow. It probably doesn't do enough for what I want it to do. I like the Leopard just for smash ability. Seize Opportunity might be on the weaker end. But I only want to make one more cut for cards here. So I think the technique is okay. It does like really get rid of a card if I need something gone from the battlefield. You don't want to go too low on spells because the prowess creatures and the Kisha trawlers kind of want me to have them. And then, yeah, this will let them swing at me and I can't do anything about it. And oh no, then I get punch them in the face for their own damage and I draw that many cards. Seems like it's a good play. Twin Bolt might be the weakest of my removal spells, and maybe that's gonna get cut here. Because I feel like I'm okay on the top end, so I just need to cut on the bottom part here. And I think I've got a lot of 2s, so Twin Bolt is maybe doing the least amount here. Maybe the King Guard's doing the least, although 2 out of 2, 3, or sometimes a 1, 2, and a 1, 1. It's not the worst. I like Bearer of Glory to pump my creatures if I have to like try to really push through some damage. I like this to draw a card, and sometimes I can discard a card to destroy a thing. That's good. Yeah, if I'm gonna cut something, it's probably gonna be Twin Bolt. Riverwalk Technique as a 4-mana spell might be a bit much. Yeah, maybe cut Riverwalk Technique. Make this the deck. Cut a land. And the land will be... Ooh. Okay. We're a little bit more red and a little bit more white. We have 6 sources of blue. Seven sources of white. 4, 5, 6, 7 sources of red. And this makes this 8, 8, and 7. I guess that's okay. Is there a way for me to cut, to really trim down one of the colors? If I have to trim down a color, I'm trimming down... Oops, what did I put back in? Blue, right? That's probably my weaker color. Or my less... maximized color. What am I putting in if I could trim blue though? I'm putting in like the Poise Practitioner, Wild Ride, Seas. Maybe I just try to make this work. Alright, let's see if this works. You know, it's not really the Jeskai deck, but it's a Jeskai deck, and I think maybe it has a chance of getting there. We're a white, red, and blue deck. So let's see, black and blue. Yeah, this seems like a reasonable set of quests for a white, red, and blue deck. Alright, let's go. White, blue, and red. White, red, and blue. I think it's because I'm American that I naturally go to white, red, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. But it should be white, blue, and red is in WUR order. So, all right, here we go. Let's see what we got. We are up against Nilkimas, the Mighty. So I'm kind of scared. You know, they got the Mighty thing going on. I'm missing blue, but I can cast 2 spells and then I can discard or draw. I'm going to keep this. It's not ideal, but if I need to, then I have something I can do, so that's fine. We'll Fortress King Guard. Or actually, we'll Shock Brigade. That's probably a bit more of a nice aggressive card here. We have Auspicious Exile to blow things up. Hopefully I'll draw a 3rd land. Didn't draw a 3rd land, but that's okay. We're going to swing. Go. Just play the Bearer of Glory then. I just want to keep the pressure on while I can. I have the Auspicious Exile to get rid of a blocker. I can Storm Sheik Feral if I run out of steam. The Fortress King Guard has another body if I need it, so we'll see what they're up to. I missed it at the land drop, which is bad for me, but they're also on the same thing here, right? Yeah. They're not going to block. I'm sure that they can smell my removal coming. And I think I'm okay with that. So let's go. No blocks, right? Oh, you're actually doing this? Alright. I mean, I don't mind getting into your thing. Sure. That's a way better card than the one thing that I died. So that's a plus. Okay, they're also Jeskaiing it. Cool, cool. What does this do? Discard up to 2 cards. Draw that several more cards in your graveyard. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice, strong card. I need a blue to kill that. Okay, that's not a blue, but that's okay. We can... I'm going to swing. I think we just have to stay aggressive, right? Yeah, stay aggressive. They're at 3 out of 7. Do I do this, maybe? Discard a card, and then... Yeah, I think maybe that's what I'm going to do. Because if I can get a land, I can then cast 2 things. So, discard a card. I'm going to discard the Glacial Dragon Hunt. Alright, well, we got what we wanted. It was a tap land, but we still did get what we wanted. So frontline rush for some more damage. I have Kishla Trawlers. They've got all the mana. Okay, rebuking that. Not the worst thing for me. I mean, it's sad, but... Okay, that's a slow card. So, hopefully, I can just get in and do some damage while I'm at it. Yeah, that's fine. You hit me, I hit you. This is what our decks do. So I can Kishla Trawlers into Glacial Dragon Hunt. That's not bad. Okay, so swing with this. Kishla Trawlers, Glacial Dragon Hunt. Then I can kill the guy. Kishla Trawlers. Oh, I can't Kishla Trawlers into the Dragon Hunt. Gotta keep that in mind. I can still bring it back into my hand, which is what I want to do anyways. So we'll grab that. Wait. Return target instant sorcery from your graveyard to my hand. Is this not in the... Oh, I don't have any creatures. Okay. Well, that didn't go the way that I wanted to. Let's play this, and we're gonna go wide. Go wide. So I'll have frontline rush to be able to smash a lot if I need to, assuming that I can keep my creatures. Yeah, this was a mistake. I didn't realize that the creatures would... This one got exiled. That's right. That was my mistake. Didn't realize that would exile. Yeah. That was a misread on my part. Okay, sure. That's a fair play. Fair play. Okay. I got the Effortless Master. Nice. Okay. Well, here we go. Frontline Rush gives something a +4/+4, and that'll help. I think we cast the Trawlers regardless. Or maybe I can play this for 3. Then discard a card, which will be the Kishla Trawlers. And when I discard a non-land card, it deals 3 damage. Yeah, let's do that. Submit 0. It costs 6. Oh, no. I don't want to spend 6. Okay, so we're going to swing. We'll use the Frontline Rush. To +4/+4. Yeah, seems good. Okay. Go to combat. Swing. We'll be able to push through the Effortless Master with the Frontline Rush. Okay. Alright. So, if I pump, then this eats that, and this trades. I can Frontline Rush to smash this through that. Oh, maybe this was a mistake. I lost 2 creatures to trade for their 1 big one. Probably still need to do it. Not a fan of how this is working, but this is... Trawlers again. This time I can exile the Kinguard. We will get back... do we get back the Glacial? I think we get back the Frontline Rush. So, double gets double strike, okay. Okay, slow me down. Sure. Oh, okay, nice. That's really cool. That's gonna hurt. Oh, that might be death. Right? They're gonna double strike. Recast that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I have the right goods to get through this, but I guess we'll try. We can swing with the Bear of Glory. Seize the opportunity. We'll get it. +2/+1 frontline rush. We'll get it the rest. Okay. So we're gonna go to combat. We'll swing with this. And if they block, they should block. Maybe they won't. Okay. Then I can double chump. I can seize the opportunity for now. Actually, let's just let it go through. Seize the opportunity. Let's grab some cards. Play the Evolving Wilds. And then I can frontline rush to tap them down. Okay. Or to chump. Probably not the best strategy, but here we go. Let's see if they can get a little bit overly aggressive. I mean, they know what I have, right? So I'm going to do this. Do they have removal for my 1/1s? Okay, looking for something. Land is not it. Go to blockers. I just need to chump 1. And I have 2, 5, 6. Lots of damage if they can't stop me. Play the land. This does not have haste, right? Swing. So 5, 6, and then swing for lethal. We'll see. They have something. They have something. Okay. Oh, I forgot to crack that. Oh, shoot! That was a mistake. Oh, but they didn't have anything. Alright. Well, we got there anyways. That was a mistake. I clicked on damage, and I forgot that it would just go straight to the damage. It didn't give me a chance to use the pump spell. I would have gotten 1 more damage through that way. But I'll take the win. Yay. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, this is obviously my comfort zone. Just like efficient, tight, aggressive play. We're up against Spaceman Pete, the Virtuous, again. Probably out of my league. We're being matched again evenly with a silver player. I'm not going to keep double mountain when I need all... I have like my 2/4 drops and yeah, all the colors that are wrong. So, well, again, this I'll keep this, but I don't love it. We're going to take the Glacial Dragonstorm and put on the bottom because if I get 1 mountain, I can play this, but I need 2 different color lands to play that. This does look like a bad start for me, though, I would say. Just swinging the swamp. Okay. Get this going. Let's see what they're on. Swamp Plains. Mardu. Alright. We are going to do this. And let's... I think we trade the Forebear for the Initiate. Seems okay. This can just punch through, though. Yeah, let's just do this. This trading is fine. They have another removal or another creature. Okay, into nurture. Okay, that's annoying, but life sometimes. Okay, yep. Alright, we're playing this, and do I swing? I think I swing. I don't like getting swung back at, but that's fine. Swing. They're not going to block. They're going to let it go. Yeah, seems reasonable. And then the play is probably like a secret frontline rush as tech against what they're doing. To get rid of their Kindred Nurturer. I think so. Because that life gain is going to spiral the game out of control for me. It's risky, for sure. Okay, less risky because this thing's out here. Some good cards, though. But I gotta trade these 2 goblins for this Kintree Nurturer, because that's gonna be the end of me here. Okay. Not ideal, but this is sometimes what happens in life. We'll swing with the 4-bearer and then hold the Bearer of Glory as a trader for the 100 Battle Veteran. Then, yeah, Bearer of Glory. Not ideal, but this is life sometimes. This can come back, which is really annoying too. I'm also getting a little stuck on mana here. Okay, sure. That's okay. I can get that thing back. I'm gonna let that through. I'm okay with that. 2 damage is fine. Okay, this is not ideal. We'll play the Shock Brigade. We're gonna hold. No attacks for now. Hopefully we'll be able to coordinate a maneuver to blow something up and then swing a little bit more harder. We are getting mana screwed, which is not great. I drew some of the more expensive cards in my deck. And I have no blue, so I have 2 cards I can't do anything. But hopefully, you know, swinging, coordinated maneuver, blow something up, swing. Okay, Hardened Tactician is another thing that I have to blow up, which is kind of annoying. Okay. I need something better than what I have. Ooh, I have something better than what I have right now. So, Equilibrium Adept is the thing. Okay. I can't play that, so no attacks for now. It's not ideal, but this is where we are. Okay, that's annoying too. Definitely annoying. Okay. We can attack and blow up the 2/4. But I don't really have anything good to do after that. I can't play this Brushmaster, which is kind of annoying too. And they have their own Furious 4-bearer, which is kind of annoying as well. Alright, well, annoyances are annoyances. We don't have any good attacks, right? If I swing with everybody, I can coordinate a mover to blow up the Hardened Tactician, and then I just have like negative blocks all around. If I swing with everybody and pump, it's also not going to go that well. I can't cast any of the blue cards. So I just have this and this coordinated maneuver, right? Which is kind of annoying. Which I can't blow this thing up with. So I think I'm stuck on wait and see is the thing. We got stuck without blue mana, and the mana screw is not awful, but it's definitely on the bad side here. Or I drew the wrong cards. Like blue is definitely my lesser card. Ooh, they're full Abzan. Okay. All right. They have double Krumar Initiates. The 4-bearer. Okay. I do have ways of blowing up my opponent's things should they attack, so it's not the worst case scenario. I'm gonna do this. I'm surprised they do it on their own turn though. Yeah. Cool. Deer's X. Which version are they choosing? They're choosing the guy. That's kind of annoying. Do I need to blow something up? Do I blow up one of these initiates? I hate that, but I'm not sure that I'm going to get any better sauce here, so... yeah, let's blow up the other initiate. Unfortunately, I'm getting mana color screwed out of this game. Well, King Card's not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst. It definitely gives me a little bit more reach here. I need just the bigger body, unfortunately. Yeah. We don't have good attacks. And yeah, so no attacks now. Yeah, I'm on the back foot here. I'm probably gonna lose this. Because I'm like stuck with cards that I can't cast. Yeah, I'm stuck with cards that I can't cast. So, like if I can cast this, then the Trawlers becomes more interesting because I can get the coordinated maneuver or the frontline rush back. But If a creature dies, then I can get the forebear back, which is not the worst. Okay. Good card, good card. Severance Priest, okay. Okay. I can't cast either of those, so... Sure. Interesting choice. I would have taken the Trawlers, because I could theoretically cast 2 spells off of it. Okay, not ideal, but it is a thing. No attacks, end the turn. I gotta remember to crack the Evolving Wands, though. Okay, yeah, they got their Death Gorger. Sure. That's annoying, but this is life. I'm guessing that they'll take the instants and sorceries so that I can't get it back. Yeah, that's the right picks. Bearer is doing a lot of work holding things up. Okay, let's crack this and get the blue mana so I can actually finally cast something. Yep. Grab the island. Go back to my turn. It's not ideal. I got the thing in the sky that's annoying. Play the leopard, I guess. Then I'm just gonna probably die in the sky right now. I don't have a good way of dealing with that, and they've gotten real wide. They can do that too, which is kind of annoying. Yeah. I feel like I've been on the back foot the whole game. I've also started with Mulligan. Obviously, that doesn't work very well for me. But, you know, I can draw into... At this point, I'm probably not going to draw into, like, a winning situation here. Especially until yikes, with all this that they have going on. Yeah. The Marshal's going to kill me. The Dragon's going to kill me. Everything's going to kill me. Okay, well, the Fresh Start does neuter the Marshal, I guess. I'll probably neuter the Marshal. Okay. That's probably what I need to do. Okay, so we're holding and the turn. If they go to combat, we're going to neuter the Marshal because that is going to murder me if they swing all. Sure, come at me. Bring it on. Yep. You got the guy. Alright, let's neuter this thing. Because it's way more dangerous than all the other things. Its ability is the most dangerous of the abilities. Yeah. That saves me some turns here. Like 1 or 2 turns. But I'm still very dead on the next turn unless I draw. Okay, that's not ideal. I'll play the 2. Unfortunately, I don't. They know what I have next, and I can't really pump this, so we're definitely looking at dying. What do they have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 5 attack. Sure. Play a bomb. Great. Good job. Yeah, they got me. I'm gonna let this through because this. I'm not gonna win if I lose my board, and yeah, we're not winning. Okay, we're just not gonna win, I guess is really what it comes down to. It's not I'm not gonna win if something, I'm just straight up not gonna win. Alright, well, we tried. Like, I can get an extra bird. That'll save me another turn. Yeah. Get the goblin. Get the trawlers as a 3/2. And then we have a board. We have 1/1s. We can chump the flyer. And I have a wide board. So maybe I can survive for a little bit longer. If they get another dragon. I decline. I don't have another instant or sorcery I want to get back into my hand. No attacks, unfortunately. I'm still on the back foot. I gotta search for an answer. Yeah. That's all they need. They just need a dragon and I will die. Is that a dragon? Okay, that's not a dragon, although that is extremely bad for me. Everything's bad for me from the start of this one. Yikes. Okay. But they don't have good attacks. I mean, they can swing with their 3-5 and I'll chump. I don't see myself winning this. So I don't know what I have in my deck that can get me out of this, unfortunately. Okay. I mean, that's not gonna get me out of this, but maybe I'll survive one more turn thanks to it, right? Okay. So we're on team do nothing. No attacks end the turn. If they swing all, then I'll have the new way forward. If they play a dragon, I'm dead. If they didn't play a dragon, that's good. If they just swing with one guy, then I'll new way forward them. Okay, they're swinging with everybody. Oh, they're swinging with everybody. That is a lot of dudes. Alright, well. Okay. So, we are on team block whatever we can, then new way forward everything else. Okay. Block. Block. Okay, we're going to block the 2-1 into... Actually, 3-2 will block this Severance Priest. I don't care about this Marshal. The 4-2 will block the Avenger. This will block the Furious Forebearer. The 1-3 will block this guy. The 2-3 will block this guy. The 1-1 will block this guy. The 2-4 will block this guy. This will block one of these. I'm getting damaged for this. 9 blockers. I'm gonna search for an answer. Yeah, eating the one that's just gonna die anyways. Let that one through. Do they have something else? Okay. Yep, that's fine. Choose something to get indestructible. Okay. New way forward. Choose a source. You are not going to hit me. And then go. Okay. I can't pay any of that, so that's all gone. Wow. Not super helpful, but I'll take it. Resolve this. I'm surprised I didn't sacrifice the 1-1 to... Okay. I don't think I'm going to win if I don't attack, so I think I'm just going to have to try what I can here. We're going to play the red. I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can cast the 5 and the 3. No. I have 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can't cast the 4 and the 3. So I think I'm going to Storm Shriek Feral. Okay, let me see. If I swing out with everybody, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Of which one of these things is going to get blocked. It's 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Which is not going to be a lot. Okay, so let's discard. We need something better than the Flying Haster. Pitch the land, because that is not doing anything for me here. Okay, okay. We have Twin Bolt now as an option. That's more interesting. So now if I swing with everything, I can Twin Bolt for 2 or seize the opportunity. I think I'm seizing the opportunity. So I'm going to lose, right? Probably. So let's just go ahead and swing. Everybody attacks. And then I can have seize the opportunity ready. They're going to block the 4 for him, I guess. Or if they're smart, they'll block the Equilibrium Adept. It's tricky. It's a tricky choice. That's the reasonable pick. We'll seize the opportunity here. Yeah. We're gonna give you the thing, and we're gonna give. It doesn't really matter at this point. You the thing. That'll make you double striking. Is that enough? Let's find out. Probably not. I think I'm a little short. Ah, one short. Autopay. Yeah, good game. Good game. I was one red mana short. It was really close. I could have turned things around if I had one more red mana. Because then I could have seized the opportunity and twin bolted and blew up their face at the end of the game here. But yeah, we're not gonna get there. It was close. Very tight game. They had the lead the entire game, and I could have just turned it around with one new way forward, but one red mana short on that one. Yikes. Yeah, in the end I had fun. It started off really rocky and not fun, but the fact that I could have potentially turned that around made it feel a lot better. All right, well, we're 1-1. We're gonna open some packs and we'll call it a night here. Let's see, what do we have? Unstoppable Slasher. Yeah, it's an easy first pick. Don't think anything around here is anywhere near the Slasher in terms of its power. If it wasn't for that, what, maybe Trapped in the Screen? That's probably the other choice here. But yeah, Slasher is the way to go. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous card. Alright, what do we have here? Abyssal Harvester. I played with this and I was not super excited by it. But I guess it's okay. Am I taking that over the Berserker? Gnarly Colony? Gnarly Colony is pretty good. I remember that being good. Crypt Feaster? No. It's the Berserker or the Gnarly Colony. I think I'm going to take the Berserker. Yeah, I think I'll take the Berserker. It fits into more kinds of decks. But not a great pack. Definitely nothing obvious there. And Aetherdrift gets me these options. Of these, it's definitely not repurposing Bay. The Refueler, that's interesting. I might want to try to make that deck work. So that's probably the pick for me. Yeah, I'll take the Refueler. See if I can get the exhaust draw card engine thing going. Let's see, and then Tarkir Dragonstorm. We have Roar of the Endless Song. I've taken this first before. I don't know how good it is. I mean, it's not bad, but the 5/5s, even when double powered and toughness, ultimately just end up being chump blocked. And sometimes that does mean that you kill some stuff, but you know they have to survive too. Glacier Dragon Hunt's not bad. I like Sonic Shrieker as a top end for an aggro deck. That's probably the way I go because I've just seen it do a lot of work. So yeah. Probably the Shrieker, but there is an argument that, you know, the Roar or the Glacier Dragon Hunt are good picks here as well. Nightblade Brigade might not be bad if you want to play a Mardu aggro deck. That's going to be it for me. Let me know what you thought about the games and the draft in the comments below. If you enjoyed this stream, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my streams, you can hit subscribe. This was Refresh. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Good night.